Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again to another one here on the coach's desk. We're going to be talking about something that is on the minds and heart of several of our Jamaican fans, right? And I certainly want to discuss this. And it goes to show that people are really paying attention because this is what I'm going to deliver to you is actually from an anonymous individual who actually wrote a piece in the editorial, right? And it tends to want to put it out there that we should not play with our legacy, our relay legacy. Seeing? So the title is that Jamaica's relay legacy must be protected. It's as if it's similar to the legacy of a Usain Bolt that many people out there seem to want to push aside. A lot of people I'm seeing sizing up with Usain Bolt as if Usain Bolt's legacy is nothing. And our relay legacy is something that we should not allow people to size up and make we look small. And we need to take it serious. Obviously, the powers that be, the coaches and all, seems to not take this relay very seriously, right? And our relay legacy is coming from a far place, from basic school championship. You see, slick button exchange, and we take pride in it. From sports day, when a relay time of sports day, every man serious, right? We take it serious. Primary champs is a similar thing. These young kids have been taught how to utilize the space in the zone, collect the baton to gain an advantage. So it has been taught from a tender age. Move over to champs, and it's a similar thing. We have the Gibson relay, also we have the Western relay, we have relays that are done at Camperdown Classics. We have the pen relays, which we dominate, right? So Jamaica really takes pride or take pride in relays. But for a few years now, we have been lacking. We have been we have not been on the front foot. We have been second tier. We have been playing second fiddle to the United States and other teams who are up and coming. And they have put a lot into relay preparations. And we seem to want the individual glory as much that we just brush aside the relay. And I want you to listen to what this person is actually saying when it comes on to the relays. Relays serve as a reminder that in a sport often defined by individualism, teamwork still matters. A mixture of timing, poetry, and power, relays are more than just races in the grand theater of track and field. They are a showcase of national pride, team unity, and strategic brilliance. And I think national pride is something that has been struck. Team unity is something that is being highlighted, that it seems as if there's no team unity where the team Jamaica is concerned. When it comes on to relay, that is the deficit we're having. And I believe it is team unity. Can we fix that? I hope we do. Now, for Jamaica as a nation, the writer continues, revered globally for its track and field pedigree, relays have long stood as a testament to our collective athletic might. At the Olympics level, the platform that represents the very best that the sport has to offer, Jamaica's relay heritage is written in gold. No two ways about that. In the 4x100 meter, only the United States have won more gold medals than Jamaica in both the male and the female categories. In the 4x4, only the United States and Great Britain have medal more often than Jamaica among the men, with Jamaica sitting behind the US in the female category. That's how serious we take the 4x4 and the 4x1. No joke. You understand? Now, this impressive record must be upheld and has helped to shape the country's legacy and is indicative of the special place that really holds in the hearts of many or most Jamaicans. And I spoke about that earlier um in my first presentation, that we take it serious from basic school days, right? Now, from the first spark in 1952, when the team of Messieurs Arthur Wind, Leslie Lang, Herb McKinley, and George Roden struck gold under the five rings in Helsinki. Jamaica's consistent presence on relay podiums around the world has deep roots and also play out at every level of Jamaican life from them time the way forward. So we cannot take it for granted and not place emphasis on the relays. These performances are largely and not, being replicated at the World Relay Championships, an increasingly important fixture on the athletics calendar that not only crowns the world's best teams, but also serves as a qualifying gateway to the major championship, the Olympic Games and the World Athletics Championship. And that has been a recent occurrence. Many persons or pundits in the sport, they don't favor it, but it is what has to happen. And I mean, Jamaica is no exception. So we have to be there and we have to represent well. Where much was promised and expected in the recent 2024 World Relays Championship, the event presented a sobering moment for the Jamaican track and field fraternity. In a campaign marred by disjointed baton exchanges, puzzling team selections, and subpar performances, which led to disappointing results, the fallout has been swift, with questions about preparations, athlete commitment, and federation planning dominating the discourse, and clubs not knowing. Now, the result: just two teams, the women's 4x1 and the men's 4x4, have secured direct qualification to this year's World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. That leaves work for the men's 4x1, women's 4x4, and the mixed 4x4 relay teams, which must now ensure they end the qualification period with one of the 16th fastest times in the world to book a lane in Tokyo on a stop ramp with relays. Seeing? No, this underperformance is not just a momentary blip, it is a warning signal. Other nations are closing the gap. Well, people say we fall off and our people are close the gap. I believe the two can be true. Seeing? Both in raw talent and in the technical finesse that relays demand. If Jamaica is to remain a force, urgent changes must be made. There must be a renewed emphasis on relays specific training camps backed by incentives well ahead of major meets. This includes world relays as opposed to the last minute assembling of, underprepared athletes. Chemistry, baton efficiency and proficiency cannot be improvised, especially considering that Jamaica can no longer rely on having athletes with far superior foot speed when compared to their competitors. And one of the reasons I believe that the athletes are not so much interested in the relays, and this was clearly stated in this editorial, is that incentives are not a part of the package. And I believe that athletes need to be, this thing need to be incentivized so that, some of the athletes, them need something. We in Jamaica say, what we say again? Encouragement sweeten what? Labor. So we have to put in some sort of incentive so that these athletes can put in the work and put their all. Not to say they are not putting in their all right now on the work, but you understand what I'm saying. Now, our elite athletes must buy into the national program more completely, and the world relays in particular must also be seen as a priority. Its timing at the top end of season for professionals on this side of the globe will pose a problem, but this can be addressed by adjustments to training schedules or schedules, whichever way you pronounce it. The world relays have reminded us that our past laurels, while glittering, offer no guarantees. Very interesting. The baton is both a symbolic and a matter of fact, the baton is both a symbol and a challenge. Can we pass on not just medals, but the discipline and teamwork that Jamaica's sprint legacy deserves need to be addressed? So, this is what the editorial said in this one. Do you agree with some of the rhetorics in this editorial? Do you agree that incentive should be a part of the whole grand scheme of things? Because if that is the case, potentially we will have all the teams qualified. And several of our senior coaches have been saying that they have been lamenting the fact that teams need to have incentive. J3s, what are you doing? What is in it for the athletes? Is it only per diem? What can be done so that the urge and the hunger that we have, the pride will start to, you know, clearly be shown again in relays. The seriousness of this thing. I cannot look forward to a world championship and an Olympic Games, and there's no Jamaica in it where relay is concerned. It nah go nice. It is as simple as that. It nah go nice. We have to the thick of things. Win, lose, or draw when we not in there, it not nice. It's gonna be competitive still, but once Jamaica not in there, me believe say it not nice. Sorry to say, but I am grounded in that. It not go nice. Yes, I say. So I hope that all the stakeholders that are involved in our track and field, from administration, administrators, coaches, athletes, will put it together and ensure that the remaining teams qualify for Tokyo because it not gonna look good. Seeing the same like how them a try to erase Usain Bolt legacy and I size him up with some flan. Don't make them do it really like that. Seeing? I look forward to see some of the comments in the chat because some people normally just wait for something Jamaica to just fly down and pitch and spread bed. What say you though? Until next time, stay safe. Peace.